And so Harrison has a special treat for us. So we'll bring back Harrison to share some Thanksgiving parallels to fantasy players. All right, Harrison, take it away.
All right. So, you got your staple Thanksgiving meals where, you got the turkey, potatoes, but what does that look like for fantasy? So I'm going to start off with the turkey of fantasy football is Derrick Henry. Every year people talk about, well, maybe we introduce ham, or I'm tired of turkey. Let's get steaks or something. Get all that nonsense out of here. There's always new flashy running backs every year. But Derrick Henry, even though he's kind of boring, doesn't really catch the ball, isn't super electric, he's the workhorse. He's reliable. You can never go wrong with having him on your team. Derrick Henry is the turkey of fantasy football. Now we go to a little bit more controversial item, the cranberry sauce. I would say that the cranberry sauce of fantasy football is Kirk Cousins. When you look at Kirk Cousins, it's really suspect. You're not sure you want to grab it in the draft or on the waiver wire, but surprisingly good. It's an underrated aspect of the meal. It can really bring your team together if you have some other star players. So I think Kirk Cousins in the right situation can definitely provide you the cranberry sauce level impact that it does to your Thanksgiving meal.
He had a rough Sunday. He did have a rough Sunday against Dallas, but the whole team, it was just an off day for him coming off that big win against Buffalo. But I'm with you. He is sort of that. I like that. He looks suspect. Really? Am I going to do cranberry sauce? Ooh, okay. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. I had a guy last night, actually, he was telling me how that's his favorite side dish, and he doesn't like homemade cranberry sauce. He wants the sauce out of the can.
In the can. Still has to be in the same shape of the can.
That's right. Yeah.
All right. Next one, we're going to go to sweet potato casserole. Now, there's a lot more, established potatoes that you could have chose here. The mashed potato, the baked potato. But I'm going with the sweet potato casserole and Jalen Hurts. He's the new thing on the block. He's got the sweetness. He's got the spices, smooth, just unbelievable player, unbelievable side, a little bit exotic. You're not going to find it on every plate. But I think the people who chose to pick up Jalen Hurts in the draft and chose to get the sweet potato casserole instead of normal mashed potatoes are honestly loving life right now and are thankful that they made that decision.
Sweet potato, my favorite. Yeah. Hurts can, because the other thing about sweet potato casserole is that it can be a true side dish, but in some ways it's almost a dessert or like a pre-dessert to where you could wrap up your kind of meal with sweet potato casserole as a nice little, kind of sweet finish. And so it has some versatility, just like Jalen Hurts. He's got the versatility. He can run, he can pass, you can use him at different times of the game. It's delicious all the time. So yeah, Hurts, even though he had a little bit of an off game against the Colts, but yeah, overall this year he's been awesome.
All right, next one, we got the staple gravy. Makes everything better, always reliable. It's undeniably the best. I'm going to go with Travis Kelce for the gravy. At the end of the day, if you have a plate without gravy, your team's not looking very great. And any team that has Travis Kelce on it is undeniably better than a non-Travis Kelce team. No matter what the rest of your team looks like, if you got Travis Kelce in that tight end spot, giving you 25 points when the other guy's tight end is giving them 5 or 7, you are thankful that you had Travis Kelce. So I'm going with him as the gravy. And then to finish it up, I'm going to go kind of a broad spectrum here of just pie. And I think that the pie of Thanksgiving is the Bengals receiving core and weapons. You got a lot of different options there, whatever you're into. You could go with, the Jamar Chases and the T. Higgins, the staples of the room, and look at apple and pumpkin pie, or Joe Mixon with a pecan pie, the real superstars of the pie category, or some pies that you may not want to have, but if the other ones are unavailable, they can fill in and be just as great, like Samaje Perine and Tyler Boyd. Maybe compare them to like a cherry pie or a banana cream pie. Not your first choice, but you're going to still get a slice and you're going to be happy with the pie that you have on your plate.
Oh my goodness. That is fantastic. I love it. I absolutely love the parallels. Agree for the most part. So even though you're saying pecan for Mixon, so that's basically, you're basically saying that's the number one weapon.
I think when it comes,
I like pecan, but I think you got to go. I guess you're saying Jamar is the apple.
Yeah,
That's a tough. Okay, that's preference there. That's preference.
I mean, you can argue between apple, pumpkin, pecan, but all three of those, Jamar, Higgins, and Mixon, they're just all great players. I don't think you're going to be upset with either one. No, they're undeniably, no one's going to, say that they're not great pies or great players.
Yes. Yeah, that's good stuff. So that makes me hungry. I can't wait for Thanksgiving. So there you go. Let us know your fantasy parallels to food, Thanksgiving food. So you can leave your comments or send me an email, Bryce at unpackingit.com.